Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This drive will begin with a run from H.A. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You talk about this Titan defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done. Stop some people, put them on the ground.
23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw caught by H.A. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a toss right side, H.A. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Willis. That's complete to Traylon Burks. But that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now they'll audible to something else. First and 10, it's Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the option, here's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, and he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Willis. Go to the right here and finding Burks. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. This one downfield to Burks. And he'll be corralled well pickup there, 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Willis. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go play action with Willis. Out to his left. His throw incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Second and 10. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Moore, the man in motion. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Dolphins hit 9-3 here on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got his target. That's complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Cunningham to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Tua going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. A-Chain. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's to the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and the Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Chris Moore returning it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First down, Titans.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And now they'll shift things around.
First down, Tennessee.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw, here's Willis. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play fake. Here's Willis. Rolling to his right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? They'll give Henry another shot. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Willis on third and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
And they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here into the hands of Moore. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Running right, here's A-Chain.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon A-Chain, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now.
Derrick Henry all alone across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua.
Throw caught by A-Chain.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tua to throw again.
He dumps it off to A-Chain.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are right back in this football game.
Intercepted by the Titans.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. From his end zone, Willis.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. From his own end zone, here's Willis.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Channing Tindall.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Titans take over first and 10. At their own 19.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 26 yards.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. Over the middle, he has a control.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 26-yard line.
Meanwhile, Willis, that's taken in by a Conqueror.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Moore, the motion man right.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chris Moore from 8 yards out.
And the Titans get a bit closer.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 now on first down. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Elijah Higgins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
46.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. It's Derrick Henry on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And the Titans first down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
Down to the 10. And it's a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 65 yards. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
46. Titans 36.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They give to A-Chain on the option. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Willis to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now Willis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And he's got this down to the 35.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they'll get to stay home again.